What up? So it's like day 3 of my holiday. I didn't count the first few days because we had folks over and my little sister's wedding and all kinds of stuff. So may piddle on that. I'm not really sure what we're doing today. We are heading out in about 3 hours on a road trip. So what am I going to do for those 3 hours? Something productive, hopefully. But maybe not. Maybe I'll just delete this and go on about my day. But either way, got some cute chooks in the video. So that's all that really matters, right? Cute chooks? No? Okay. Well, don't have that much time to get much done today, but I wanted a shelf in the barn, a little small shelf to set beside my fancy potty. And so there's a little how-to video on building a quick, easy, cheap barn shelf. I've got some lumber. This was given to me last year, and it's not the best. I'll flip you around. It's not the best board. I had it sitting outside. I really didn't put it up to cure and dry like it should. But I'm going to cut it to length and wedge you up in there. I'm trying a new phone holder thingy-majig today. We'll see if I like it. Can you see that? Oh yeah. So I'll post a video at the end of this, or a picture at the end of this video. And I got banned from the Reddit how-to. They said I was a spammer because over 10% of what I contributed. Oh, measurement. I'm going to say it was 52. That seems right. If it's not, it is now. And over 10% of my content, or whatever, came from my website. But I wonder if it's like my website or because of 50% of what I posted is from YouTube, which would have been the same website. So I'm going to line this square up on that line, because this board, you can't see it, but it has live edge on both sides here. But it's fairly straight. I'm going to pick whichever side's the straightest to be the back side of the shelf. So, I'm going to cut this. Hang out. So this is the bottom side of the shelf, and this will be kind of the part to be seen. Just wire brushed it clean real quick. I may potentially run a sander over it. Not today. Just wanted something that was kind of a quick, easy project. I actually thought this one was flat on the bottom. It's a little bit more rounded than I expected, but it still should work just fine. So now we're going to go on the other side of the barn and see how it fits. So it's going to work kind of nicely. I've got some screws sticking out from the other side of the barn, so I got to go figure out what those are screwed into so I can unscrew them. Probably screw them back in. I may even hold this board. I may run some across that other side. I'll screw in the back side here. Sorry about the lighting. And do some sort of brace right here. I found a brace yesterday when I was cleaning up, so I may just put that brace underneath there. But yeah, I think it's gonna work. It'll fit nicely. When I zoom out a little bit, you'll be able to see a little better. So I just got it barely tacked up here. I just toenailed a screw underneath and a screw up here, and then I threw that little brace on there, which I'm gonna have to grab a washer. And then the screws I've got are too long for to put them in the top, so I may have to drill a hole and sink a bolt, or see if I got some shorter screws somewhere. On that side, I'm just gonna cut a little 4-inch 2x or something to screw in there and kind of serve as a brace underneath. I think it's structurally sound enough in the middle. I mean, we're not putting anything crazy heavy on it, I don't reckon, but I think even if I just put a support over there, and that brace there is pretty hardy. I don't know what it's supposed to be for, but I found it on the ground. And when the folks moved out, they left a lot of stuff, and so we're still upcycling it. So yeah, down yonder, and put a little block on it. I'd almost bet, I'm probably not going to sit my fat butt on it, but I bet you Nikki could get away with sitting on it. We'll see. It must be Christmas. I found my 3.5-inch screws. So, I'm going to put me a little block over there, and then find some washers for this brace over here. I got to push this side down. Either the board's bowed, or just pulled it up when I screwed it down. So, we'll see. So I got my block under there. I made it a little bit bigger than I needed to, and I really should have used something rough cut to stay with the aesthetic appeal. But really, just going in a barn. So I'm going to go find some washers so I can hook this brace up. There it goes. It fell off. And figure out how, find some little screws so I can screw it in from the bottom without it coming through. And this is old spray paint. I guess where they used to paint stuff the previous owners. I may spray that over. I don't know. Probably put some black paint there and do the chalkboard bullcrap. That sounds very Pinteresty. But don't worry, I won't post it on the Howto Reddit forum because apparently all my how-tos are spam, so it's okay. I'm totally not bitter about the Howto Reddit being blocked, etc., etc. Not bitter at all. Yes, I am. Don't tell Larry Eugene I got into his new set of washers. But little mid-video tip here or whatever. If you're using torque screws, they're not quite the right size, don't be afraid. Washers are not just for working on engines. So I'm gonna fill this little bad boy up with enough washers that'll hold nice and tight. So yeah, this is pretty nifty little heavy brace here. So it should hold. So in an effort to be homogeneous with this build here, I want to use the same kind of screws. Not really. I just don't feel like trying to find something else and new bits and everything else. So you can always check your screws against your board. This one's substantially taller. But if I angle the stew out of it, I can still throw washers on it and maybe it won't stick out of the top. We'll see. I only need one. So there you go, all you rough cut peoples. It's got its own unique challenges. Like right here. It wasn't touching. Ah, you can't see it. Well, it wasn't touching. Because there's a big knot right here in the middle. So you got to get creative. I put a long screw through the knot and where I could and brace it up on that side. So, and it could use some sanding or coating or some kind of fancy linseed oil or something of that nature. But for what I'm doing, for right now, and doing the basics, don't be scared. Rough cut's fun. It's got its own little unique challenges. I think I said that 3 times already. So, moving on. I'm going to go see what Nikki's doing inside. And then I may spray paint this. Just a prettier color. Tired of looking at it. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm running out of time for the day. Hey babe, what are you doing?
Making Christmas gifts.
What are they?
Hand warmers.
How'd you do it?
Took fabric, cut it, turn it right side in, sewed the edges, then filled it with rice and essential oils. Now I'm closing.
How do you make them warm?
Put it in the microwave for 20 to 30 seconds.
That's pretty neat. You reckon that will work?
I don't have one you can try yet, but yes, I hope they do.
Sweet. We'll run it. Oh no, I'm just picking on you. Okay. Good day. So the other day, I got some stain on sale. This stuff, gel stain. Never used it before. I'm going to try it out and do it entirely wrong. So I'm just going to pour it on there and wipe it around. Pretty sure that's why it was on sale. Pretty sure it's not supposed to look like that. And I could be wrong. But that doesn't look right. It's on there now. Yeah, that's just gross. Alright. I may have used a little bit too much. I'm gonna go find a paintbrush or something. I didn't want to ruin a paintbrush, but kind of ruined this whole project. When I see paintbrushes on sale, pretty much just pick them up. So I had a few extra. We got a lot of painting to do in the house, so I figured I was trying not to use them for random projects like this. But maybe it'll turn out okay. Maybe some of this will soak in. I'm wiping the excess on this little chunk of wall here. I don't have anything else I really need to stain. Why the heck not? Not that I have a whole lot of excess. I mean, I got a lot of excess. I'm quit rambling. This video's pretty much done with. We're gonna here directly get on the road to do some Christmasing. So remember to never post too many videos on the Reddit how-to forum. They'll excommunicate you. Sorry, but that's cool. Should I go? I'm going with the grain. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. Like, subscribe, and maybe I will do something a little more fun next time. I mean, I really don't eat the stained chicken. Anyways, maybe I'll do something more interesting next time. Until that next time, it's day 3 of holiday. Just a little bit of rambling. Don't watch this. Just being bitter. I think I'm gonna name this video hashtag Reddit how-to forum or douchebags. I don't think that would be very good clickbait there. So I'll just probably go with, I don't know, Holiday 2, how to install a random shelf, and how not to stain. Yeah, that's probably the one. How not to stain. Or, I bet you didn't know chickens eat stain. You just had to snatch it out of the chicken's mouth. Yeah, pretty much done here. Left the cobwebs in place when I spray painted. Figured it'd make a neat effect. It didn't. Just in case you're curious. Should I leave my cobwebs in place before I spray paint? Maybe it'll look cool. It doesn't. Do this a little bit of ingrain. I mean, you can't see me, but just know that I'm doing it. This gel stain, maybe it's supposed to be like this. It's kind of gross, but it seems like it covers really well. But I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be like this. Which is probably why it was on sale. Been sitting there so long that it became gelatinous. That's a fun word to say. Gelatinous. You ever try to like just add chia seeds to water? It's terrible. It's very gelatinous. Gelatinous. Fun word to say. Alright. I'm done here. Freaking go away. You like Marvel. Here's a sneak peek to my next terrible video. Kinda like that. Till next time, take some pictures, put it on the end of my next video. If it turns out alright, if it turns out to be crap, probably still do it. Till then, think about installing a small mirror here. So, the chicken coop's right past this wall, so then you can watch the chickens while you poop. But it's like really hard for anybody to see from the other directions. So it'd be perfect. You just hang out with the chickens, they'd be like, what's up? And just go to poop in the dark, and you wake them jerks up, and then they wake everybody up. So, I don't know. I'm gonna let this dry. For real this time.